Hey, welcome to Monterey High School for a historic evening. This is the first time in PPR and PrePR history, for that matter, that we've been on this campus for a big ball game, and what a ball game it is. It is the State Farm Game of the Week. Take a look at the graphic, if you will. Castle Park comes in undefeated. Montgomery with one loss at stake. The Metro Pacific title. I'm joined by, once again, Strikeforce head coach Bert Grossman, who also happens to be one of the leading opinion makers of our time. Bert?
A question.
Yes.
Is Monterey French for Montgomery? You said Monterey High School. You're off today. First you're late in makeup, and now this.
Montgomery High School. You know why? Because our next guest is coming up from Monterey.
Okay.
All right. So thank you for the correction. First, let's just talk about. Tell me something about Castle Park that I don't know, other than they're undefeated and favored coming in.
Well, the interesting thing about this game is both teams have a long history, tradition. Both have been down lately, very down, and both of them are very up right now. One loss between the two of them. This will be for the championship, playoff rankings. But the big story is how they went from being in the cellar to the penthouse.
Now, I refer to them as Monterey, but we're actually talking about Montgomery High School here, a historic day on the Montgomery campus here at Aztec Land. Tell me something about the Aztecs I don't already know.
The Aztecs are funny. So our next guest, you'll see, they're coached by a plethora of
Castle Park people.
Castle Park people and San Diego State football players previous. Done an amazing job turning around. Mostly the culture, great running game, great playmakers, great speed, things you don't see that much down here.
Would you like to introduce our first guest of the day then, please?
I would. DeMarco Sampson, Castle Park.
Alum,
long-time
SDSU
PPR.
alum.
SDSU.
And
Arizona
now that
Cardinals.
offensive coordinator for Montgomery High School.
So tell me something. You went to Castle Park.
Yeah.
Used to play these guys, and you guys beat up on them pretty good.
Yeah.
Now you are the offensive coordinator here. Is it hard to root against your alma mater?
It's bittersweet. I still know a lot of kids over there. Have family ties with Castle Park. My mom coaches softball there. But I want to win, and losing is not
Did
part
I hear
of
you
the
right?
equation.
Your mom coaches softball?
Yeah, she's the head softball
And
coach.
his dad
at
used to
Castle
do
Park.
the
announcing.
Oh, just give a shout out to your mom real quick.
Shout out to Castle Park softball.
Okay. Before I know you got other things to do, and so we appreciate you spending time with us. But the NC2A has recently folded very quickly as it relates to allowing players to use their images for financial gain. Your thoughts about that ruling, and is it a little too late for you?
It's very late, but I love the ruling, and those guys put their bodies on the line every day, and they don't get compensated for it, and I think it's time for a change.
All right.
The difference is, though, when you become a professional and you get endorsement money, doesn't that make your tuition taxable too?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, that's a whole different deal then. I don't know if they want that one.
All right.
Slippery slopes.
How's this game going to go, DeMarco, in your last 10 seconds?
Montgomery on top. It's going to be a scrappy game, but we got the guys to fight through it.
All right. DeMarco Sampson, everybody, who's been a big friend to the PPR over all these years. We're going to switch you out, put Marty in. But while we do that, just a quick look at some of the graphics involved in this show tonight. Our Week 11 games. Man, look at all the games we had to choose from as far as great games. And that's not even counting the surfboard game between Torrey Pines and LCC. So there's a lot going on there. Our special in-studio guest comes from Madison High School. Keontae Springs will be our our five-star recruit in our studio guest segment, sponsored once again by Chick-fil-A. Keontae, who, besides being a great football player, happens to be a chef. We're hopefully going to show you some of that going on. And then just a quick look at all the segments that are taking place tonight as we try to make San Diego High School or San Diego football the biggest thing on the planet. And we're certainly going to try to do that. All those people are going to be featured in what we will hope to be a resounding season finale of the regular season here on the PPR. We'd like to bring in Marty Valdez. Marty, you played for Coach Grossman?
Yes, he coached me back at Mater Dei Catholic.
And what are you doing? What are you doing now, and why are you here?
Yes, well, basically what I'm doing here is we are recruiting kids around the South Bay section. And we want to create a networking relationship with all the high schools around here, and we are Tech Monterey from the state of Mexico, and we're looking for athletes and offering scholarships for all those kids.
So we're looking at video of what are you? The Tech Monterey? What's your mascot?
It's a ram.
So you're the Rams. You're recruiting for the Rams. Is a lot of that going on now? Are you looking for kids north of the border to come play south of the border for school?
Yes, we're basically looking for kids that are basically have the Mexican American profile, so they can learn Spanish and also continue their studies on high level education.
Is there a quota of American athletes you are allowed to have down there? I mean, if you wanted to come and take 20, you couldn't do that on your team?
No, we can't. The rule states that we only can have 3 Americans on our team, but we can have all the Mexican Americans we want and international kids. It doesn't matter, but if they're American, there can only be 3 on the.
So tell me how that recruiting visit goes. Is it a tough sell? Is it an easy sell to get kids to come to Mexico City?
It's a tough sell because it's a cultural shock, because it's way different from here. Mexico City, it's a big city, and well, we're basically what we plan to do is like explain them everything, so the kids can know what they want, the major that they want to study, and basically have the exact profile for the kid.
Now, you played football at Mater Dei. Do you have any Mater Dei players that are down there now, or do you
lean
heavily there?
No, we haven't. We haven't any Mater Dei kid down there, but this is the first year for me coaching in that university, and I'm trying to make in the networking and the recruiting process.
All right. So who before we let you go, who are you looking at tonight?
Tonight we're looking for Angel Lemus. His nickname is Taco. I think he's number 71, and he's a great player.
All right. Well, we'll keep an eye on Taco then.
All right. Thank you.
All right, Marty. Hey, thank you for spending time with us. I think it's a very eye-opening thing.
Cool. Different thing.
All right, so that's Marty Valdez, everybody. Quickly, Coach Grossman.
Yes.
Is there anything before we let you go, is there anything... well, you're not going anywhere.
Yeah, I'm not going. This is Monterey, not Montgomery. He's from Montgomery University.
Yeah, you're Monterey. I'm Montgomery. You're Castle Park.
Yeah.
All right, so that is a quick look at what's happening. We're going to have a lot of guests coming your way tonight on the PrePR. Just a quick reminder, at 10:45 we will have highlights exclusively of this Montgomery Castle Park game, and then the granddaddy of them all, the 11 p.m. Prep Picks Report. We'll have a lot more coming your way in just a bit.